There's a ton to get excited about this year, and while we can't tell you who's going to win the Stanley Cup in June, we can prep you with 5 things you need to have on your radar for an NHL season that kicks off on October 10th. Okay, number 5, road trip. Even better, European road trip. After heading down under to Australia for some preseason action, the NHL is once again traveling to Europe as part of its NHL Global Series. 4 teams are bound for Stockholm, Sweden, where Lucas Raymond's Detroit Red Wings, William Nylander's Toronto Maple Leafs, Philip Gustafson's Minnesota Wild, and Anton Forsberg's Ottawa Senators will each play 2 games from November 16 through 19. Speaking of special games, number 4 on your list is a guide to the NHL outdoor season. First off is a special installment of the Battle of Alberta on October 29th. 20 years after the Oilers hosted the Montreal Canadiens in the first outdoor game that actually counted in the standings, Commonwealth Stadium will once again be home to NHL action as the Flames travel north to battle their bitter provincial rivals in the Heritage Classic. On Jan 1, at the annual Winter Classic, the hockey world will kick off 2024 by watching the defending Stanley Cup champion Vegas Golden Knights visiting the Seattle Kraken at T-Mobile Park. Wrapping up, we got a weekend of action at MetLife Stadium, home of the NFL's Giants and Jets. On February 17th, the Devils will play host to the New York Islanders. Then on February 18th, it's Rangers and Islanders. And don't forget, also in February, while it might be endorsed, Toronto will host the NHL All-Star Game for the first time in 23 years at the beginning of the month. At number 3 on our list, it is time to learn some new names as we examine an excellent NHL rookie class. Okay, you surely already know the name Connor Bedard, the goal-scoring whiz for the Chicago Blackhawks, who would seem to already have one arm around the Calder Trophy. Bedard, though, is by no means the only freshman worth monitoring this year. Logan Cooley of the Arizona Coyotes has already dazzled with an incredible preseason goal. Adam Fantilli, drafted 2 slots behind Bedard by the Columbus Blue Jackets at the 2023 draft, has superstar written all over him, and Luke Hughes joins his brother, Jack, on the Devils with the notion he can help an already scary team get even better with his incredible offense from the blue line. Okay, speaking of hardware, at number 2, we have to talk about Connor McDavid. McDavid went to a whole other level last year, joining Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, and Steve Yzerman as the only players to register at least 153 points in an NHL campaign. McDavid swept the major awards, the Hart, the Art Ross, the Rucker Richard, the Ted Lindsay, meaning he is right on the verge of joining an all-time tier of player. If number 97 can win his 4th consecutive scoring title, he'll join Wayne Gretzky, Gordie Howe, Jaromir Jagr, and Phil Esposito as the only guys to claim 4 consecutive Art Ross trophies. If he nets his 4th career MVP, he'll join Gretzky, Howe, and Eddie Shore as the only guys with 4 Harts. And if McDavid is voted the best player in the league by his peers for the 5th time in his career, and let's face it, sure feels like that's in play, only Wayne Gretzky will have more Ted Lindsay trophies than the Oilers' 26-year-old captain. Okay, the number 1 thing you need to know, file this date away. Friday, March 8th. That is your 2024 NHL trade deadline, and there could be a lot of juicy action between now and then. The Winnipeg Jets enter the season with uncertainty around UFAs to be Mark Scheifele and Connor Hellebuck, while the Calgary Flames have to figure out what's going on with a host of guys who could walk for nothing next summer, including center Elias Lindholm and defenseman Noah Hanifin. Of course, other names always pop up as trade candidates as teams rise and fall in the standings. So who knows who could be on the move between now and March. Alright, I'm Ryan Dixon, you're officially set to go, so let's hang that banger in Vegas and get this thing rocking. And make sure you check back to the Sportsnet YouTube channel for our first power ranking of the 2023-24 season.